Trump gave a speech yesterday, and he gave us some classic Donald Trump moments. This is glorious for a number of reasons. So he's at the America First Works event. Apparently this is, I don't know if it's some sort of Hispanic gathering, Hispanic American gathering. I don't know the specifics. All I know is it's called the America First Works event. And listen to what he says here. I'm going to tell you what this reveals about Donald Trump, because I think it says a lot.
But no teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consult. No, nobody has to have parental consent. And we will totally oppose the Biden administration, the Biden administration's sick plan to require mandatory counseling for children who don't use the preferred pronouns, transgender classmates. Most people don't even know what that means. But no teacher.
This fucking guy, man. Okay, so if you look at how he says these things, it's very clear he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Like, he's been told, hey, this is like the hot culture war issue at the moment, so you need to hop on that wave and ride it, son. So he goes out there, and, you know, I think effectively what he's trying to say is, like, no teacher should be able to teach transgender ideology to the kids. I think that's what he's trying to say. But he doesn't even know how to structure the sentence and put the words in there to make it coherent, because he doesn't know about this issue, and he doesn't give a fuck about this issue. The only reason he's saying this stuff is to try to ride that popular wave of the culture war feelings on the right. And it just shows, like, he doesn't give a flying fuck about any of this stuff. Let's play it. Listen again.
But no teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consult.
I don't... So, like, for one of the times when I listened to it, I said, well, wait, maybe he's saying he wants to ban transgender teachers. Like, there can be no more transgender teachers. Like, you can't teach while transgender. I think he's talking about... It almost sounds like he's saying, like, you can't, like, cross-dress and be a teacher or something. That's what I thought at one point. But no, that's not what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is they're not allowed to teach transgender ideology, but he doesn't know how to say it. Because, again, he doesn't really follow this stuff. He doesn't give a fuck about any of it.
But no teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consult. No.
He doesn't know, man. He doesn't know. He is a crowd surfer to the max, man. He sees what he can tap into and he uses it. But look, on this front, DeSantis is much more effective at riding that right-wing culture war wave. He just is. Trump is clearly like a little out of practice here, son. Good googly moogly.
Nobody has to have parental consent, and we will totally oppose the Biden administration. This administration.
Biden administrating this administration.
The Biden administration's sick plan to require mandatory counseling for children who don't use the preferred pronouns, transgender classmates. Most people don't even know what that means. But no.
Yeah, you don't know what any of that means. And by the way, I'm sure, without even looking at it, I'm like 100% certain if I look up what policy he's talking about here, it's like some guidelines that are barely enforced, if enforced at all, that just say, like, hey, you should probably refer to somebody as what they want to be referred to as, just saying. They're like, how dare you, bro? They're taking away my freedom and stuff, and this is crazy. Jesus Christ. All right, but I got one more. From this event. This is fun. Again, classic Trump. Here we go.
I remember a very famous pollster, very well-known, John McLaughlin, came to my office just prior to the plague coming in. He said, sir, if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln came alive from the dead and they formed a president, vice president team, you would beat them by 40%. I remember
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Wow. Like, zero self-awareness. Like, who says that? What a ridiculous comment to make. Oh my God. The other news that we got was this one. I'm not gonna lie, this one's actually a little bit funny. But he apparently said behind the scenes about Jeff Sessions, he's like, I deserve credit. I picked the first, like, mentally retarded attorney general, to be attorney general. Was he attorney general? I don't remember if he was attorney general or if Jeff Sessions was something else, but he basically said, like, Jeff Sessions is mentally retarded, and, like, look at me, I'm such a forward thinker for doing that. And obviously he's, like, half joking, but Jesus Christ, dude. This fucking guy. Imagine saying you beat George Washington and Abraham Lincoln being president and VP by 40%. Nobody loves to suck himself off more than Trump. I don't, like, how do you go further than this, right? Is there any other brag that could top this one? And then they came in and they said, Sir, you have one of the largest penises I've ever seen in my life. It's so large. Sir, do you tape it to your leg? I'm just asking, because I see the outline, and my goodness, it really is. You got a snake on you, sir, if I don't say so myself. Jesus, man. This fucking guy. Oh, wow. Well, clearly the 78 investigations into him have not changed his personality at all. If anything, he's, like, ramped up the more negative parts, which I didn't know they could be ramped up more, but apparently they can.